Now, distraction happens when your eyes are off the road, your hands is off the steering wheel, and your mind is off of driving. Example could be if you're on the phone, radio, if you're using a navigation system, also known as a GPS, if you're driving anything that allows you to stop you from actually driving a vehicle. So, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, also known as the NHTSA, distracted driving is accounted for 3,450 fatalities in 2016. So, accident distracted driving is crucial. It's a dangerous behavior that tends to happen as human beings. But you cannot be distracted when you're driving and operating a big commercial motor vehicle because it carries a ton of weight and you're on the road surrounded with other people's and their lives and your life is at stake. So there are different types of distractions that you need to be aware of when you're driving on the road and when you're operating your commercial motor vehicle. So any non-driving activity you do that increases your risk in crashing. So remember, you have visual, physical, mental, and listening distractions. So visual distractions takes your attention away from driving. So example could be deers, scenario, or scenes or accident crash scenes. So you want to avoid giving them more than a glance while driving. Usually on the road, if there's a crash or a traffic accident scene, most cars will tend to slow down to stare and look at the traffic. And the thing is, that is a form of a visual distraction. So you really have to just glance and keep driving because that not only stops traffic, but it is a huge, dangerous hazard to do that. Then you have physical distractions. So that physical distractions are anything that triggers or takes your hands off that steering wheel because you'll have to have at least one hand off that wheel. So example would be eating, drinking, or if you're on your phone or electronic devices or etc. So that's a form of a physical distraction. Then you have mental distractions. Those are just thoughts that just keeps your mind away from the road. Example could be just driving on the road, long road, or even in traffic, and your mind just wanders and daydreams. Now, be mindful that is dangerous and can become dangerous if you dwell on them for too long, because that means that your mind is not focused on the task at hand, which is driving and safely operating a commercial motor vehicle. Then you have listening. Listening distractions are things that you hear and that takes your eyes off the road. So for example, it could be listening to someone on your phone or someone else's phone, having a conversation with someone in the vehicle, such as if you're driving a school bus or if you're driving a passenger bus and you have passengers on board, that can be a form of a listening distraction. Or if you're driving a straight truck, tractor trailer, or any vehicle where you probably have a passenger on board. Another example could be listening to music, talking on the radio, listen to an audiobook, listen to a audio program, or listen to a CD or watching a movie. That is a form of a listening, hearing a movie, hearing the sounds. That's a form of a listening distraction. So these four distractions are crucial to be mindful and aware of when you're driving because it's so easy to be distracted and so easy to take our attention away from the main task at hand. So just note though, the three common types of distractions are visual, physical, and mental distractions. But listening is just another form of distraction, even though it's not known as a common distraction. Now, we're going to dive deeper into this. So you have mental distractions. So driving on autopilot can actually cause inattention blindness. So that's being blind to pay attention on where you are and your surroundings. So that's what attention blindness is. And it's the major cause of human error and crashes. Living human beings, we're driving and operating a commercial motor vehicle and in vehicles in general. So that is a major cause of human error and crashes. So attention blindness is when you don't see something that's actually there in your sight. It's like you're blocking it out or either paying it no mind or you're not really aware of that. So failing to understand seeing it because your attention is lost and you're not focused. That's what that means when you're in attention blindness. That's what that means because it's crucial to know that attention blindness happens when you don't see something that's already there in front of you. Then you have highway hypnosis. Highway hypnosis is actually the state of feeling or being in a trance from driving longer periods of time without any type of stimulation. So for example, it could be cruising down a long road or a highway. And then after a while, seeing the roads, it could be no cars, or it could be just cars just flowing through traffic. That can be a form of highway hypnosis, because after seeing the road for a long period of time, it puts yourself in a trance of not really being fully aware in the moment of what's going on in your surroundings. Hey, BET Trainer here. Listen, if you really had true value out of this video, go ahead and click that like button and share some honest comments about this video, because this is going to help other people as well see the video and get the value information, so that way they can be inspired by what you're doing right now as well. So also, if you want to get the latest updates, go ahead and click the subscribe button, so then you can be able to always be updated on the next instant video that will be put out. So again, go ahead and do that. And this video was sponsored by BET Life Services and CDL for Life.